Hey guys, it's Alecia-Renee and I'm back to do another tutorial for you guys. If you're looking at the screen and wondering what's going on, it's because I have on no makeup right now. Not even my poor little eyebrows. You see them? I just want to show you guys that just like many of you out there, I have to fill in my eyebrows. My eyebrows are so thin. I have a birthmark in one. One is arched higher than the other naturally. So you have to go through all these steps. So don't be discouraged if you're out there and you're wondering what's up with your eyebrows. You are not alone. So I'll be right back and I'm going to walk you through how I create my eyebrows. Alright guys, so I just showed you what you're going to need for your eyebrows, or how I do my eyebrows. I already did this one kind of serve as a guide so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Um, for whatever reason, this one always ends up looking better to me than this one. This one has a natural higher arch, so yeah, so let's get started. Now I'm taking the brown pencil that I showed you. By the way, you can just get whatever, but this one is from Walgreens. It does an amazing job and they're extra cheap, and you guys know how I feel about cheap stuff. I love it. But anyways, going back in here, I'm trying to create the same arch that I have going over here. Now, so you don't get discouraged, honey bunches, there are going to be times where you're just going to be aggravated beyond all belief because it's not matching up. I do it all the time. And I get ticked off and I have to go in, take off, conceal, all this kind of stuff. But it is what it is. So now that I've pretty much penciled it in, kind of the thickness, the arch might not be the same. I'm going in with that flat brush and I'm going into a powder. Now I got this eyebrow powder out of Sally's. And this will last forever because it just will. You don't use a lot of it. And I'm using this as a guide as the width. I'm going in here and I'm placing it and pulling it over into the eyebrows. Now if you need to, pick up a little bit more and go from there. Now typically people always say go to the inner corner here, but for whatever reason, with all the makeup that, you know, the eyeshadow and stuff going on, I feel like my eyebrows look a little bit better when they're pulled in closer than normal. Now if I'm not wearing makeup, like a full face of makeup, of course I won't do it that much because it looks kind of crazy, but I'm not today. Alright, so now that I have that that guideline there, I'm going to go back in with that pencil and kind of connect it a little bit more because the powder is kind of faint, and unless you really pack it on, you're not really going to see it the same. So just a little bit, okay? And I'm pulling this all the way over. Now to kind of blend it in, I'm taking that brush and I'm just going back over and just pulling that through the eyebrow. Now what it does do, it ends up getting the product on to the brush, so like tomorrow when you go in, you'll still have product on and you'll be able to just place it there without having to dip it straight in. This brush, because it's just mine, I don't clean it as often as my other eyeshadow brushes. Okay, so now that I pretty much have that where I want it to clean it up, you know, where it's perfect, you're going to go in with a concealer. This one is the Revlon Color Stay, and I'm just putting some of this on your hand. Or you can just use it straight off the brush if you would like. Like take your concealer brush and just go here. But I'm not doing that today. So I'm going to pick up some of that concealer on my brush, and with that I'm going up under. And I'm going to really clean this line up. Okay. Now some people go up top as well. If you have a really messy line, you can. But sometimes to me, I don't like the look because I have to do a lot more blending, or I have to put a foundation on because your eyebrows really stand out and they really look like you really did them. You don't want them to look like you really spent a lot of time doing them. So I don't tend to go up top, but I'll show it to you, I guess, so you can see what I'm talking about. But this is what I did for this one. So I went in here and I cleaned this line. Just slightly lined this here. Now some people don't do it. They like the eyebrows to fade towards that line, but That's not what I did today. And I'm taking the brush and I'm pulling the concealer downwards with the brush, and then you can go in and really smooth that out with your finger. So by itself, it already highlights your eyebrows. Where you put your highlight is already highlighted. Okay? Now that's it for the eyebrows. Now I'm going to show you what I was talking about before. Typically that's not what I do, and I'll probably take it off immediately. But what I was talking about some people do is actually go on the top as well. And really, like, you know, shape the top. Now I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm just going to blend this in so you can see what I'm talking about. You see how it really, like, makes this stand out up top versus how it's not on this side? You see that? I don't like that look, so I don't do it. But if you want to, you can. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest so you can get what I'm talking about, because you might not see what I'm saying. You just take it all the way across the top and you blend it upwards. So you see how this is? It's highlighted. It really stands out. You're going to have to put something over that so it doesn't look so glowy, like super eyebrows per se. So I like this side better than that. Alright, so that is what I do for my eyebrow routine. Now it looks simple, honey, but don't get discouraged if you have to keep practicing, okay? Be right back. I gotta take this off. Alright guys, so that's how I created these eyebrows from that mess that I showed you earlier. Again, it will take some time to get them to match perfectly and find a perfect shape for your face. But don't get discouraged. Just take your time with it, play with it, and go from there. Again, I use the Revlon Color Stay, and I have tons of stuff. I just grab what works and just use that. So find what works best for you. Alright, so color your world with a little more color, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.